Hey together, Aaron the Black Dragon's back, and I welcome all of you to another part of Horizon Zero Dawn. In the last episode, we learned about the history of Gaia Prime. And in this episode, we still have one log to listen to that apparently I did not see. Intercept the transmission.
Task is complete. Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing? Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer. How inconvenient for me. Come before me. You shall receive your reward. Very well. Fearless. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Well, silence. Your reward is, as you got it, death. Anyway, I looked up the locations of the power cells, just because it's probably not a bad idea to know where they are. I want to go down. Please just drop Aloy. And I think I know where the power cell is that I'm missing, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So this may or may not be me jumping. Oh, file got repaired. This may or may not be me jumping to locations and cutting away until we find the power cell. But don't worry about that, because you will see as little of that as possible. Anyway, just wrapped the inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway, reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of Starship bridges on those cheesy old SF videos, sci-fi. I think is what SF in that situation means. Living space for alphas already completed, prefab modules, fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site, designated CD project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge, plenty of room for workspace and residence blocks. The work crews already set up my office/lab. I'm not a fan of these glass walls. Guess Murray's intention was to ensconce me as all-seeing presence. Opposite effect makes me feel watched on display. Tempted to paint it over. Do it. Harris recorded his presentation yesterday. Suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception launch, holo theaters and first residence blocks at CD site are finished. We'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tucson 27 already. Extraction team prioritizing Pac Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be. Snatched off the streets, carted across the world, held in cells. He's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. I'm going to catch a few hours sleep here, then fly back to the CD site. Here is promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect MK1 will make 2 weeks to machine assembly and test. I am to launch Gaia at 0.8 T grounding. From there I'll spin her up past 1.0 T. Wondering how long it'll take to break the 1.38 T record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. I think none of the rest got recovered. Yeah. Getting one at a time, I suspect. And even though I don't necessarily think I have to go back here, I just want to see if maybe something triggers, because I'm not 100% sure. And also I think... No, now we can fast travel. Okay. Okay, the first place that I want to check out is at the Pharaoh building. All the way up top. at Maker's End. I don't know if I got that. Looking at the pictures, I'm not 100% sure if I was up there, but you know what? Because I will have to go all the way back up there. Either I will be up there or will be somewhere completely else until we find that thing. So, see you once I find the final power cell. Okay, I'm gonna jump in here. And let's hope that I'm correct. So, I'm back at Faro, I'm all the way up. And let me tell you, this was a tedious place to go. So, the way the power cell is all the way up here. And especially now staying here, I'm pretty sure that I never climbed this place. So, methinks I am at the right place. And it's a shame that I forgot about that, because this was pretty sure something that when I played it the first time I saw and I recognized. So I'm pretty sure that this was due to me recording everything that I completely just blacked out on that, but there we have it.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to
The final power cell. That means I can thankfully close that guide here. And my recommendation is here, especially for all of you. If you wanna get the power cells, don't backtrack, because it is tedious. I cannot fast travel to that location, which is tedious. I think the fastest place is actually here. So see you in the bunker in a moment. And we are back down. I apparently nipped myself while I was jumping down into the... Nice dive there, your dolphin. Into the water, so I got hurt a little bit there. Anyway, for everyone who's wondering, this took me about, let's say, 12 minutes or so to actually get everything done here, like getting back up to Faro.
Clamps have the armor locked in place.
Yes.
Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
We'll do that. But yeah, took me about 12 minutes to get everything done, so definitely easier if you just
Only 2 more.
get all of that done before you have to backtrack for that. And there we go.
There we go. The last one.
So what do we have?
Powered up. Now to get the dials in position.
90.
There must be some kind of code.
Wait. It's angles. Why am I bad at that right now? That's not the one that I wanted to turn for 90. I think that's... Wait, because 90, 180. No. That would mean that you're also up. A 360 is... Wait, why am I not capable of doing that right now? I don't understand how that works. Okay, hold on. I cannot wrap my head around that right now. So 90 is up, like 90 is dead. Then we have... Oh my gosh, my brain does not work. Give me a moment while I try to figure that out for myself, because it feels like I'm stupid right now. Is it?
Did it.
Okay.
Let's have a look at that armor inside.
It was... Okay. It was right, left, up, right, left. Ooh, my brain was not able to comprehend that for such a long time. I'm sorry.
Now let's see what we can do with this material.
I am also curious to see... Excuse me for that blackout that I had there. Ancient Armory completed. The Shield Weaver outfit. Well, we have the Shield Weaver. It's an uncommon thing, it's not very rare like the others. But the crystal armor will make for a good disguise. And wait, no, that's not what we got there. Oh, yeah, wait, we got a box for that. Sorry. Now we have it. I'm an idiot. There it is, the Shield Weaver. Very rare, we cannot put anything onto it, but ancient technology is salvaged by Aloy and stitched to Nora leather. Projects a damage absorbing force shield, takes time to recharge when depleted. This will be our armor here for the rest of the main game until we go over to the extra content. Whew. Trust you me. The thing with the angles was not easy for me. That was... Ugh. But also right now we have a blue health bar because we are shielded, which is a really nice little feature. And... yeah, honestly, I didn't really use that armor too much when I played myself because it just looked like the looks of other armor sets more. And also the ability to put like weaves onto it, which we, again, sadly cannot do with this armor set. But, I mean, it already makes us a lot more durable than we have any right to be, so whatever. So, what is that? Hunting for the lodge. Oh yeah, the hunting ground stuff we're gonna do afterwards. And yeah, I think everything else we have done. We have done all of the side stuff that I wanted to take care of. So now the only thing left for us to do is to go to the Palace of the Sun. Probably cannot fast travel in here. So we're gonna have to go to here. See ya in a bit. Why the heavy breathing? Anyway, we are now in Meridia. Thank you for all just stomping your stuff around. I'm really appreciating. I should go the other way. I think that's a little bit faster. So everyone just please make space, make haste. I'm coming through. And also, depending on how this goes, maybe this will be the finale to the main story here. Let's see. Anyway, hey, Abad! Could I just shout that out up at you because this is kind of important and would be nice to meet me halfway because of that. Anyway, we have to talk. Business.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Well, also, let's talk to you a little bit more about.
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Well, that was a good conversation that we just had there about. Where's our blameless friend? I'm 100% sure that he is 100% blameless. Because we just can't pinpoint anything onto him.
Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
Those cowards at Sunfall tried to use the...
Anyway, Avad.
Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Well, now we have a whole bunch to do. So, I think the way I want to do this is I'm gonna do all of the optional stuff before we go into the big final battle there. And then we're gonna have a next episode with a big finale to the main story there. Also, let's see, can we talk to you again?
I'm afraid all we can do is wait. Get some rest at Otis' apartment. Or tend to other matters.
Well, I want to tend to other matters, and also want to see again if we maybe can talk to Avad now that we've talked to the Blameless. Maybe Avad now has something new to say. Let's see.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Well, that doesn't do anyone anything good. So, as you can see, this is rest before the final battle, so this is the thing that we won't do. Then we have in here review preparations at the ridge, and then up here we have review preparations at the spire. I don't think there's anything else that was... So yeah, we're just gonna go and visit both of these sites just to bolster the time of the episode. I'm just gonna walk there because it feels nicer. And also that way we have a little bit of time to reflect on what happened thus far. Because there's a lot going on in this game and I love it, and the way everything ramps up at this point is huge. Because this now is not only a fight for the survival of a kingdom, this is now a fight for the survival of everyone. Because Hades, the extinction program that dear Travis wrote. Also we got stuff from Dr. Sobek again, so I should maybe check them out. Under repair. That we already had. Okay, last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Month since I have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. so I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to CD, called Gaia, before I bedded down. Ostensibly to update her on the side plan, but the truth is, I miss her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke up to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life chances of survival has doubled. Why do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded to the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem of course. The Building of the Ship, by Longfellow. And it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching the ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couple or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should go back to CD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hand, I count myself lucky. Till next time. Whew, Dr. Sobek surely had a whole bunch of stuff to do. Like, seriously, a lot. I'm going the long way, it seems. Which, okay. I said I want to bolster the episode. I didn't mean like that. I cannot go out of here, can I? No. I can call the elevator, and then I can use the elevator.
They're about to attack. Meridian won't fall. The sun set us here because we knew we'd be protected. An army at the ridge. Save yourselves.
Calm down. As far as I know, nothing has happened yet. And as long as I don't try to get some sleep, nothing will happen. So, everyone, calm thine selves. Gosh, that's why I take the stairs, because I hate waiting on elevators. Yes, it is Helis, but Helis is not the problem here. Trust you me. Helis will not be the problem for us here. Such a creaky bastard of an elevator. Ugh. Well, we finally arrived down here. And just for my own extra sake, we can go and grab the campfire right here. Maybe, probably, hopefully. Thank you. So now the fastest way is just to go down there. Shortcuts are always for a place that you cannot see through. Whew.
You're an ally of the Sundom, Nora.
Yes, I am. Also, I have a name. Don't just call me Nora. Okay? That'd be kind. Sorry. Kind of fell into that. Let's go to 2 first. Whoop, slide through that. I'm honestly looking so forward to the big finale here because it's a fun one. It's a big one. It's gonna be a long episode at that as well. But yeah. No wonder Hades is as weird as Hades got, because Ted Pharaoh. I also hope that you all enjoyed the series thus far.
Carja and Shadow have been
polish that
proven
armor?
faceless.
I mean,
Of course.
There are no
Isn't that a
shadows
little-
under the noonday sun.
What?
Words to
Nothing.
live by.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
hi Vanasha. Anyway, let me talk to you, Tab.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Carja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
The Sun King's grown too soft.
Just
too
believe,
far
Tab.
from influence.
Hey Vanasha.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Crazy awesome.
Let's see. Also, Uthid.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
We're gonna read the new entry later on. Let's talk to everyone that we know around here that came to our help. Do I know you? Nakoa!
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Carja butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Aw, thank you, Nakoa. Geneva!
Geneva. They called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion? Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Ethan?
Isn't that
As many as I have to.
from the Battle of the Gods?
So there's some interesting conversations going on. Hey, Nil!
Well, I don't like to boast.
That's a lie. You do like to boast, Nil.
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed, like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
Honestly, Nil, you're a whack job, but I'm still kind of glad that I see you again. Over there is someone who has a goodie for us that we can play with later on again. Hey, Petra!
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Ostrom, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
It's such a gorgeous little thing that we have that Osram cannon. So, we're not gonna play with that just yet. We also know how it works, but we're gonna have some fun with that thing. Vanessa, can you be less thirsty, please?
Enough, woman.
I mean, seriously. Get a hold of yourself, Vanessa. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, wait, I wanted to say that we do those afterwards. So, yeah, that one. We're gonna have to read that one.
Easy, easy.
We're gonna be fine, we're gonna be fine, we're gonna be fine, don't worry. We're gonna read all of them once we're done with checking all of them out. Hey, who are you? Just a random dude having a machine carcass right there? I can respect that. I think the way up is somewhere over there and not here. Let me just check quickly on the map. Yeah, because that is just way inside to the estate. I have to go over there. Yeah, we're doing good. I'm on the right way. And now we finally get to go up to the spire that is said so often we're gonna visit, and then we never did. Which kind of was by design, I wanna say. Oh, come on. We can climb this, makes this go by a little bit fast. Can we? Game, please don't do this to me, game. Thank you. I wanted to say we can be up here a little bit faster, and then we wouldn't climb. I think now we actually took the same amount of time. Well, things happen. More or less calculated. So let's visit the last checkpoint before we're gonna end this episode off and have only a big battle ready and waiting for us next time. Which will be, if this would be like all of the game, like the big finale. But there's more to the game, so don't worry about that. Let's see who is up here, who we can talk to. This looks gorgeous, I want to point out. Like, seriously, we've never been up here. It looks gorgeous. And there it is, the spire. Huge building. Anyway, let's go and talk to you over here first. Hey!
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
It's nice to have you here, Varl. I wanna save up Olin for last. The problem is I don't know where Olin stands. Me thinks Olin is up here? Olin, is that you? That kind of looks like Oseram. So let's check out the other group over there. Unless you are Olin.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
Nah, you're not Olin.
These in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
Hey, it's you, Sona.
And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
I'm already here. Don't say ow.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Well, I wish you would all be a little more comfortable with just being in a different place. Anyway, the sun goes up and we have only Olin to talk to left. Olin!
Who are these guys? They call themselves the Eclipse. What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys.
Hey Olin. Been a while since we talked. I cannot talk to you apparently. Also, it's Aaron. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
and we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Well, we visited both sides. Our optional stuff is done. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that is take a rest. And then have a big fight. So what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna read our entries that we got. It starts with Halloween. A little bit too late for that. Anyway. And then I'm gonna leave this episode. And next time we're gonna start with sleep. Like right off the bat. Probably not even gonna start with my introduction. We're gonna start with our sleeping cutscene and just gonna jump straight into it. So let's go. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for CD stuff. Seriously. As though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the call of the sky when as though the call of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West Africa Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start the death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarm already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, I just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough riding, I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent, swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. CD became a madhouse, absolutely bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there never would have been living space constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle site, so it's not even possible, for which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. One generation only. Update, that was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive. For life's sake. I'll go tell the others. And the rest here is not anything from Sobek's journal anymore, so we have all of the infos here as well.
I hope we fight soon. My armor's getting itchy.
And with that, we're going to leave this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it and hope you're looking forward to what is the big finale of the main story of Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, don't forget, there will be a completely filled out map in the future of this, which doesn't do anything for you, but there also will be like a bonus video of me just doing all of the hunting lodge stuff, and well, maybe 1 or 2 videos, because this probably will take some time. And then there's also the Forbidden... No, not the Forbidden West, that's the next game. That's gonna come extra later. No, then there's also the Into the Frozen Wilds expansion that we have, that we will tackle afterwards. So this is not fully done just because we're at the finish line of the main story of the game. There's more to come, and I'm really happy and looking forward to showing that to you. But first, let's go and rest our weary heads. See you next time. Bye.